Welcome back to another episode of Aqua Forge, a data pack by Bobbert Pickle. See the links in the description below for his channel, where you can get a copy of this data pack for yourself, as well as some links to a few other people making videos using the data pack. So in the last episode, we built this fisherman's cottage that you see in the background. And just after recording, a wandering trader popped up, and he had some mangrove propagules to trade. So I've added them to our wood list, and they are good as they spawn in to make mossy cobble as well. Like they spawn in vines that we can use to make mossy cobble. So that's excellent. Something else that we can add to our collection. Now, in this episode, I think we are going to try and find some zombie villagers to heal and then start a villager farm. So initially, I think what I might do is just make use of this area here. I'm not sure it's going to work, but pull everything down basically and just have an empty flat area and set up a few little traps that if a zombie villager was chasing me, I could run through and he might get trapped in. And everything else that spawns in will be taken out probably with the bow and maybe a few other implements. So I'm going to give that a try. I'm not sure how successful it's going to be, or if it's going to take forever. We all remember trying to find. What was I trying to find? Oh, what was it? I forget. Paper. I was trying to find paper, I think, and that took like literally hours. So yeah, let me set that up and we'll pop back and have a look, and we'll wait for nighttime and see what happens. Right, we've had a yard cleanup. One of the neighbours is still here. I guess he'll leave at some point. This is what I've come up with. We've put a fence all the way across so people can't get from this side to that side. And I'm hoping a zombie villager will spawn in here, probably with lots of other things. We'll take them out with the bow. And when the zombie villager is chasing after me, I can just run through here, flick that down, he'll fall down into there. It's protected by the sun by the blocks above. And I hope this will work. Now, the only thing that's going to be a little bit iffy is how long it's going to take for a zombie villager to spawn in this area. If they decide to spawn at all. I don't think I've really had... Oh, okay. Let's go see what he's got. I've been getting lots of these. I think I've got 18 sets of leads. Come here, show me what you got. Dark oak for 5, and I am really running short on... I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to do it on emeralds. Alright, I'm going to go and try and see if I can rustle up some emeralds. I might only be able to buy one. Can I grow one? I'm not sure. I don't know if I can. What do we need? Water bottles. Oh, we might get 4. I don't know if we're going to get enough. We'll see what we can get. Okay, I can only get 1 dark oak sapling. There's no other way. I've maxed them out and he's not going to unlock them. So I might as well get the 1 for now. I don't know, and it's getting dark. I don't know if this will grow, but I'll plonk it there just in case. Now, I learned a trick. Not much of a trick. You can actually... Oh, he's gone invisible. You can take the leads off these. He's going to fall in my trap. You can take the leads off these guys with shears. Did he fall into my... He's in there, isn't he? Alright. And we got another visitor. Alright, let's go and see if... Oh, I've still got a torch over there. Let's go see if we can get any zombie villagers to spawn. All right, I'm glad I tested that out because that showed us a weak link. We need to jack these up a little bit. All right, I was just thinking actually that maybe the mob cap is being taken up by mobs underground. So I'm going to go up in the air. I think we'll go 120 blocks initially and see if that helps us with, spawning in some mobs. All right, we're up in the air just in case the mobs weren't spawning because the spawn caps below. There is a spider down there. I don't want spiders. We've got plenty of spiders. He's gone anyway. So I'm wondering if we might be a little bit too high. He did spawn in reasonably quickly. I might go down about 20 blocks. Anyone counting? Is this 20? Just putting a torch here just in case. I'm not sure if things can spawn. Maybe our spider didn't go away. He just went out of render range. And we've got a skelly as well. All right, I'm going to monitor for what we want, which is zombie villagers. Well, we got one zombie. I did use him to test out the trap, and it did work, and he had a bonus carrot for us. But we have carrots. Not too interested in that. But I'm a little bit concerned that this is going to take like 1,000 years. So, I also Googled. That's not going to work. I need to get 3 more. I'm going to build up in the sky a mob farm. Don't know how complex I'm going to make it yet. But yeah, I'll have a think and start building it, and I'll pop back when I've got something to show you that hopefully resembles a mob farm. We are perched way, way up into the air, and I've built the usual easy to make mob farm, which seems to be doing all right. We're getting a few mobs. I have made it so that spiders don't spawn in it, and we can just kill them. Now, the one thing that is a little different with this one, let's get rid of everyone, they're all gone, is this little lever over here. When I throw that lever, it closes the door. So they still fall, but they only fall that far. The idea here is that if I see a zombie villager in here, I can close it off, and if I let these ones through, and using a bow or something, I can take them off one by one and just leave the zombie. I'm going to try and just leave that zombie. This is practice, you see. There we go. And we can just leave our zombie villager, and then the next part is how am I going to get him out of there? And I was thinking what I would probably do is just leave him in there and cure him in there and then put him in a boat and drive him off the edge. That's my next plan. So for this to work, I need to find a zombie villager. So mostly if I keep the numbers down, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to hear one anyway. So I will keep an ear out for a zombie villager, and next time I'll either have a zombie villager in here or admitting failure. I'll see you then. Okay, exciting times. We have our first zombie villager. Now, how am I going to screw this up? I'm going to name him. He's being called Name Hold My Apple. There we go. Just in case. Just in case. I think I throw this at him and then give him the apple. There we go. We're 50% of the way there. I'll be back. His head's still spinning. I'll be back. And there we go. We have our first villager. Now I just got to get him out of there. I've opened out the back here. We can now take that away. I don't know. Now I'm going to get sick of that noise, I guess. Can I put the boat down in there? Probably not. He's going to come out and cause dramas. So I put the boat down here. There we go. That might work. You coming out? Come on out and get in the boat. There we go. What a very cooperative. Now put the glass back. I think I lost one of the. No, I don't want it there. Here's the other one. Where'd the other glass go? Okay. Very squishy. I might come back for these guys later, but I think it's going to be very busy in there. All right, my new friends. Let's go for a ride. Ooh, and we landed. All right. One down, one to go. That was surprisingly painless. All right, we've got our next zombie villager. All right, let's get our bits. I already put them in here. I got a new name. That's what we need. They're falling upstairs. Bang. I forgot to name him. There we go. Bang. Okay. He got his revenge. Alright, let's see if we can do this without hurting him. Alright. Well, here are our two villages. This is all we need to breed up as many as we need. I'm going to pull all this down, probably have a bit of a nap to get rid of the night. And work out where I'm going to put their villager breeder. Quick update, a wandering trader passed by and had some wildflowers for sale. So I bought one and I put them down, and with bone meal they spread out and you can pick them up. So that's pretty cool. I've got some little wildflowers to use to decorate around the place. But what was he buying? He was buying water buckets and hay bales. I had a couple of hay bales left, but it made me think that I probably should, now that I've got some seeds, plant some hay. Is that what it is? What is it? Anyway, plant some wheat. That's what it is. And yeah, in case the next one comes by and has the same trade. So that's one way of getting some emeralds. The next thing I've been doing, right, is the villager breeder. So I've built a little scaled down version over here. This one is just was a 5x5 in the little farm area. Normally you'd probably make it 9x9, which you can hoe the ground 4 out from a water block under there. Only need a small one, so this one will do. We're growing potatoes. They're normally the easiest ones. to do. So, yeah. So anyway, they'll be in here. They'll be farming the potatoes, having a bit of a food fight, making the babies. And when the babies come out, they'll run over towards the beds because they want to try and jump on them. Trapdoors here make them think that they can get to the beds. So they run out here and they'll fall down into this trench. So normally there's a water stream down here to flush the babies away. So I still have to do this part. So yeah, they'll head off in this way. What I'm thinking as the sun sets is that I might take them out here and just have a little underground walkway and have them pop out over into a sort of a storage sort of area over in the corner there where I can pick them out with a minecart or something. So that is the thoughts. Now out the back here. We've just got 4 beds. We only need 3, I think. So there's 1 for each of the farmers, and they just need to have a bed available for the babies. And often what will happen, I can probably fall down there. I wouldn't want to do that. Often what will happen is these things become quite efficient. This one might be a little bit slower because there's not so much potatoes, but you often need to switch these things off because they just go crazy. To switch these ones off, you just stick some blocks over the beds, and the beds become inactive, so they won't. What is splashing out there? Yeah, so they won't breed. Now, if you're going to make this, just a word of warning, you need to be able to jump on the bed. If you can't get on the bed and jump, then your roof is too low. So that's why the roof sort of juts up an extra block here. You need to be able to jump, otherwise, you won't get any babies. When they try and breed, they'll just get the exclamation marks above their head. And yeah, so that's a little tip there. Now, so I'm going to go off and make. I don't know what was swimming out here making a noise. Yep. So I'm going to go and make the assembly area for the babies, and then we'll come back and the villagers are in there, and we'll move them over into their new prison. One more thing, if you were observant in the last video, you saw a conduit sitting above the door. I snuck over to a sea temple and managed to get enough prismarine. I think this is only like half built, right? So I think if I come out and finish that off, but it gave me the mining fatigue, and I couldn't mine any more blocks, and I waited 5 minutes and went back over there, but it gave me mining fatigue straight away. So a little surprised actually I managed to get this many. So given it gives me all the breathing I need, I haven't worried too much about going back for another trip, but we will go back there at some point and try to take over the place. But now it makes it a lot easier to get the sand, which I've been smelting over here, into glass to make our walkway. So let me get onto that walkway, and then we can give these guys who are sitting patiently over here. Hello, you still in your boats? Yes, yes. Yeah, they're going to be heading over there and having some fun. All right, I'll be back in a sec. I finished the villager transport system. There you go, all the way down there and pop up into a storage tank. We can quickly run, I guess, through the area. So they'll fall down into here. I'm going to push the forward button because it does take a little while to complete the whole thing naturally. So all the way through, all the way through, all the way through. And still going. And then around the corner is the last section where I've got a water elevator. I expect it's probably not the most efficient. I always have trouble with these things. Like, they will probably stop here, quite likely grow up to be an adult, and when the next one comes along, push them in. Once they're in this waterfall, what a flow thing. I'll pop up the top and fall into this area, which pushes them all over into the corner. Now I can't actually get out of here. Let me jump up. And because they're in the corner, this block is missing. I can make it so a minecart can come up and actually pick them up one at a time through the corner. That's the theory. So once it's running, we should have a number of villagers sitting in there. I wanted to decorate these things. I couldn't really think of anything that was baby making and storage of new future servants that would work. Yeah, okay. That would work on YouTube. Now, getting these guys over, what I'm thinking I'm going to do is just keep them in their boats and boat them across. I'm going to move all this out of the way just in case. One of them gets their stupid head stuck in it or something. All right, you're first. Let's boat on over. And then, yeah, I'll let them out at the door. I've got myself some blue glass to seal the door up. And hopefully they'll see the workstations in there and just run on in. So I will get this one here and bring the other one over, and then we'll see what happens when I break the boats. All right, they're over here. I thought I'd chicken out and just put a little barricade around because there are workbenches over there and these things are unpredictable. And you just know they're going to see an anvil over there and think, yeah, I'd much rather play with anvils than to dig up potatoes for the rest of my life. But I think they will see them and run straight in. That's the plan. Nothing ever goes to plan. Let's see what happens. In there. Oh, see, you're looking at the anvil, aren't you? Yeah. This one's got the right idea. He's got a hat. No, but I need you to stay in there. I need you to go in there as well. I'm just wondering if they only see the one composter. I might just put... We might need to do some modifications here. And I might need to move one of the composters. So let's take this one. Okay, let's take them all and kill off a few potatoes in the process. And of course you want to stand there. So I'm going to put one of them... Can I put him in the ground? I possibly can. Maybe. I guess we'll find out. Why? Why? Why can't I put that in the ground there? There we go. And the other one can go there. They can't jump on it. Is this other guy going to become... Now I'm wondering if he can't see it. I might just play it safe. Ruining everything. And just put it up top there. You just don't want to be a farmer. And his name is actually Future Farmer. Alright, look, I think... here's some potatoes for you. I think even if one of them is a farmer, I think they'll still do the job. So, I will get out of here, seal it up, and let's just wait and see what happens. Well, I had a quick nap, and it seems... I wonder if I could put that back on top. Now it's doing my head in. I'm going to do it, you know. What can go wrong, other than probably just about everything? Hello, don't worry about me. I know you're going to run out there. I am going to steal that. Put it there. You still going to be a farmer? Alright, it looks like it didn't like it on top. But when I put it over there, he was fine with it. So, let's get out of here. Hopefully... Where's my shovel gone? Hopefully they'll start... Oh, damn it. Do I have a hoe on me? I do. I think I'll just... okay, they're farming. That's good. Let me just break this. Oh, that. Put it back. All right, so look, it's good signs so far. Let's see if we get a baby out of it. Okay, they've started the food fight. It's a promising sign, and normally we get some hearts after that. The one thing I forgot to mention is I can't remember which way the pillows are meant to be. Oh, I didn't even see the hearts. All right, we had a baby and he's in the water. So, hopefully, we should see. There he goes. Say bye. Maybe the hearts were up here. I just didn't see them. But he will make his way all the way over. Hopefully. And that will be the first of our villages that we will be able to put to good use. I'm thinking initially toolsmiths and things to get some armor and some tools, so I'm not wasting my diamonds. Here he comes. Not much further to go. Hopefully it doesn't fly out the top, actually. If I put enough... I might need to put some more glass up the top there. So this one may rocket off and escape. Or he might just sit down there. Or he might just go missing. Where is he? Yeah, he's just sitting there. I think eventually he'll make his way into the containment area. So that's villager number 1. I'm in free cam mode. I'm just, we've got our second baby over here, but they're both sitting in their little airlock. I guess when they grow up, one of them grows up, might push the other one in, but yeah, no rush. Eventually or sooner or later, we'll have way more than we need. Now, we did have a problem with that second baby. He came out over here and was able to run across and get to the beds. Initially, when I looked at it, I thought it was because the trapdoors were on this side, and somehow I managed to do it. But then I noticed the ladder was still there that I was using to get in and out of. So I suspect the ladder sitting down there would have caused the issue. But anyway, I've swapped these over to the other side, and that shouldn't make any difference. And hopefully we won't get any more escapees getting across to the beds, but time will tell. All right, finally, a wandering trader has arrived, and I've already had a bit of a sneak, and I've bought a few bits and pieces to get my emerald supplies up. But it has dark oak. We've had our one dark oak sitting over there. Oh, they better let me buy 3. Okay. There you go. Now, now we can grow our sad little dark oak over here, and hopefully get some get lots and lots of saplings. I've just been editing. I thought this was like going to be a short episode, but it's up to the 25 odd minute mark. So apologies about that. But as you can see, the villagers have been going crazy. I have been spending quite a bit of time making some dark oak trees. Let's get away from them. They're a bit noisy. I also bought this thing. I forget what it's called from the Wandering Trader. A closed eye blossom. So it opens out at night and closes during the day. But I can't do anything with it. I think they only exist in the pale oak forests, if that's what they're called, and we're in an ocean biome, so I can't do much with him. Anyway, look, I think, what did we do today? We built that, didn't we? We made them. We built that. We did quite a lot. Good episode, I think. Next episode, we will start getting some villagers out of their containment area, and we will set up a trading hall. So I hope to see you in that episode. Remember, you've made it all the way to the end. Please hit the like button for me so YouTube knows that someone liked the video. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Press the bell so YouTube reminds you when a video comes out. Check out down below. There are a couple of other people who are putting Aqua Forge content out. Go check them out. Say hi. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.